Chapter 22. Garth's heart raced, his chest burning with anticipation and fear. He and Panzer sat in the center of the ballroom as it filled up with people. Panzer kept looking behind him, toward the entrance. "What are you doing?" Garth asked. "Did you see the way Scout stared at me?" "No." "I didn't like it. She seemed afraid." "Do you think she knows?" Garth asked. Panzer spun around to face him. "I don't see how, bud. But maybe you're onto something. Keep an eye on this." He got up, handed him the hammer, and started toward the edge of the row. "Where are you going?" Garth asked, setting the hammer down in front of him. "To check on something. Stay here." "Be careful," Garth said suddenly. "With the thing." "You do the same, bud." Panzer patted his blue Speedos. Then he looked down quickly, feeling himself. "Shit!" "What?" Panzer looked up again. "Nothing. I'll be right back." He and Garth had detonators on their phones, just in case something happened to one of them. Though he trusted his friend, Garth feared Panzer would accidentally set the bomb off early. He looked at the stage, his heart racing even faster. "Are you sure you don't know what room they're in?" Scout asked Taylor as they headed for the check-in desk. "I've never been there. After Garth and I kissed, You did what?" Scout asked. "Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you that I kissed him." "Are you straight now?" Scout asked. "No. He'd never kissed a girl before. I was helping him out." Scout shook her head, not knowing what to say. "You have such a kind heart," she said sarcastically. They reached the check-in counter, where an attractive blonde stood and worked on a computer. She looked up and smiled at Scout. Scout smiled back and immediately recognized her. "Hello again," Scout said, turning on the charm. "I remember you from yesterday, in the elevator. You had a great costume." "Thanks," the blonde replied. "I just wish I could spend more time at the convention. I love this stuff. What can I do for you?" "I was wondering if you could help me with something. My brother is here somewhere, but he's not answering his cell phone. I lost my key and was wondering if I could get a replacement. He's a really tall, muscular guy in a yellow and blue superhero costume." "Oh, yeah. He just went on and on about you last time I saw him. You two must be really close." She smiled brightly, leaving Scout confused. She hadn't hung out with Panzer that much this weekend, had she? She remembered the hug he'd given her yesterday, but they hadn't spent that much time together. Why was he still referring to her as his sister? "I forgot the room number," Scout added. "Room 224, the blonde said as she handed Scout a key card. "Thanks," Scout said, pulling Taylor along. "I'm surprised you two didn't have sex right in front of me," Taylor said in a flat tone. Scout looked at her as they got on the elevator. "Jealous? Of that blonde bitch? Hell no." "She's not a bitch. She was very helpful." "Whatever." Scout turned away and grinned. She still wasn't sure if she and Taylor were officially together, but she liked to think Taylor was actually jealous. "Where are we going now?" Taylor asked. "To the room. I want to see what's inside."